Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie.
It's time to celebrate Wendell Wilson and drink some rye whiskeys.
Oh, I like ryes. So you've been asking, what the heck happened to Jimmy? He's back. He's got some facts.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see what we
again.
do.
Oh my goodness. Well, first off, we have to say we are celebrating today Wendell Wilson, one of the major supporters, early supporters of the channel, an early adopter of the Bourbon Van lifestyle. People keep asking, when's Jimmy coming back? Well, we let him put this one together.
Oh, no.
And we're going to see how this goes. Just to introduce what we're doing here, we have 3 Michigan-made whiskeys, and 2 of them were gifted to us by Wendell, of all people.
No. This is going to be fun.
Right? And one of them we found ourselves, but 2 of them are MGP products, aged in Michigan. One of them's from Michigan. Let's get right to it here. So we're giving Jimmy the second chance, and he's got a name in mind. He wants to call this one Murder Mitten Monstrosities.
Are we allowed to say that?
This is an actual nickname for the state of Michigan. I'm looking at this Traverse City barrel here, and I don't know if you can see it there, but there is a mitten on the back. Michigan's this state shaped like a mitten. Murder Mitten. What do you think of that?
I got my trusty phone, I looked it up, and I found something.
It's a thing?
It is a thing, and it dates back all the way to 1812. There's a little history for you.
How about that? Well, Jimmy, okay, major improvement right off the bat. So let's get right to it. And once again, when Jimmy's around, we pepper our video with fun facts about whoever we're celebrating. Let's introduce the whiskeys.
Yes.
Well, the first whiskey here, it's Traverse City Whiskey Company, straight rye whiskey. These are all single barrels, all 3 of these. This is a barrel-proof product from Elixir. This is the one we picked up ourselves outside Nashville, Tennessee down there. Well, this bottle is 115.6 proof, aged 6 years. We bought it for $80.
Traverse City always performs well. People out there love it. I'm excited to take a little taste.
Absolutely, and I actually thought this was an MGP bottle, but it says produced and bottled by the Traverse City Whiskey Company. And so perhaps this is Traverse City's own juice out there. If anybody knows, let us know. It's right here in our Bourbon Van logo glass.
Perfect.
And so we're going to quickly check out the nose on this. Then we'll do a Jimmy fun fact.
Oh no.
And then we'll do a tasting.
All
so
right.
it's onto the nose.
Lovely.
That's beautiful.
Bright. There's good cherry notes in there.
There's some lemon there, zesty.
Oh, there's a little bit of herbalness in there as well.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to sipping this, but I wanted to share a fun fact.
Shoot.
So here we go. Fun fact from Jimmy.
Okay.
Number 1, regarding Wendell. Wendell, we know a couple things about him. He's an avid outdoorsman.
Good. A car buff?
A car buff. Yeah, he has a thing for fast cars.
Yeah.
And so here we go. Number 1.
Oh no.
Wendell lives his life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh, that's probably true. When we met Wendell this summer, he peeled away like there was no tomorrow. Is that the phrase?
I can already see how this is going to go. Jimmy, you just stole that from the Fast and Furious. Well, now I feel like I need a sip of this. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. What is a nice tea note in there? Very herbal. This tastes like a rye.
Yeah, it does. It coats really well. Super satisfying.
Nice and oaky.
Very proofy. And again, we got this at Elixir Spirits outside Nashville, Tennessee. And if you go down there, bring a designated driver because they will fill you chock full of single barrel samples. We had to take a nap in the parking lot before we left. So I like the lemon notes, I like the tea notes, I like the herbalness of it.
Yes, I was gonna say quite lemony. It's delicious.
Vanilla, caramel, nice oak. There's a lot happening here. This is a very, very solid whiskey. I can see why people are so excited about Traverse City. This is great.
Yeah, no complaints about this.
I think it's very suitable for this season. We're deep into autumn now and it's feeling good. A little chilled out.
Even though it was like 80 degrees today somehow.
A little heat wave, yeah. That's bound to happen, but that's very nice. I like the finish on it where there's some leather coming through now.
Yeah.
It coats beautifully. I feel like it's everywhere in there.
This is delicious.
Absolutely.
I'm a fan.
Well done, Traverse City. Very good. Bottle number 1 from Michigan.
Michigan number 1.
Well done. These last 2 were gifted to us by Wendell Wilson when we met up with him at Old 55 a couple of months ago. And that was a little Patreon get-together in Indiana there. How fun was that? Old George from Grand Traverse Distillery. Old George is 131.7 proof. Aged 5 years from Grand Traverse Distillery.
Okay.
This is a big one.
Is it a beast?
Yeah, we actually did a Patreon live stream when we were outside of Alamosa, Colorado.
I do actually remember this one. It's so funny when you drink something that's just not visceral, but it leaves an impression on you, and that impression has stuck with me. So maybe I'll soften this time around.
We'll see. I'm getting brown sugar and leather and lemon inside. Oh, this isn't as spicy as the first glass. And this one, my understanding is that it was actually distilled, yeah, here we go, distilled in Traverse City. So definitely made by them. Some really solid whiskey coming out of Michigan. I really want to go there and visit a few of these distilleries.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of rye notes in here. I can get some lemon, a little grassiness. They're pungent flavors.
I think there's a healthy grain note there on the nose, like the rye grain. Okay, fact number 2.
Yeah.
Hey, this is pretty exciting. Okay. Wendell once drove from Texas to Georgia in 28 hours, pretty solid, while being chased the entire time by Sheriff Buford T. Justice.
Oh. If I remember correctly, is that a Dukes of Hazzard reference?
You're close. It's Smokey and the Bandit, and Jimmy.
Oh, crap, sorry.
Come on. He also ran across a tasty little number named Sally. I know you're not talking about Sally Field. You put some respect on Sally's name. You believe this?
I do like Smokey and the Bandit, though.
We all like Smokey and the Bandit. We'll have to apologize to our viewers and to Wendell. Jimmy's...
It's a little off on that one.
He's swinging a huge miss, Jimmy. Not so great.
Let's try this.
Here we go.
I'm kind of scared.
I still love it. The rye grain is almost like a cereal grain, almost like Apple Jacks. There's a beautiful dance on the tongue. It's like fruit leather, but like lemon fruit leather. I get a lot that I like out of here, and I can see that you're not really enjoying it.
My eyes are like watering.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's from the flavor or from the proof point. It is so strange to me. It's such a strange drink. It is very cereal-like, which shouldn't get this reaction I have, but I think it's because there is lemon in there, there's grain, there's like grassiness.
It's like the sour part of a lemon head candy,
There's like,
which is my favorite part.
yeah, and there's like something sticky in there, like molasses.
Your face has been doing a thing.
I know. It's
man.
so. This one.
When you say visceral, you weren't kidding.
This one is just so bizarre to me that I don't. Again, I think when we drank this on the live stream, I was so confused by it, and I was like I was like, I think it's okay, and then we got off, and I was like, I don't think I liked that at all, and that's exactly where I'm at right now. Like, it's so strange.
And I think it's absolutely fantastic. The flavors are enormous, as we said before. The leather hangs around on the finish, a little tobacco showing up. My understanding is this is grain to glass, or they at least use local grains. There it is.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think you're getting some terroir here in this bottle, and I think it's great.
There is a very strong black tea note on the nose now.
I think there's a lot to like, and I'm going to save a little bit of that one for later because at 131.7 proof, I already know I like it. I don't need to keep drinking it to find out. Well done, I think, Grand Traverse Distillery. I like what you're doing. Obviously, it's not for everybody.
It has a nice sticky finish.
Yeah, good looking bottle too.
Yeah.
Nice heavyweight glass there. Well done, Grand Traverse Distillery. Old George. Old George.
Old George.
I think I said Old George earlier, but it's Old George.
Oh, O-L-E or
O-L-E.
O-L-D?
O-L-E.
Oh, Old George.
A little classier. You like it more now.
Oh, definitely. I'm a big fan of the old whatever. I definitely had to clear my palate after that one. This one actually scares me because I don't remember the bottle, but for some reason I remember the proof point is itching up there.
Yeah, it's not so itching up there. It's not small. 138.7 proof.
Yeah.
This is Mammoth Distilling Northern Rye Single Barrel, exclusively selected by R.W. Troy. Don't know who that is, but let's hope they pick a good barrel.
Good thing we're a Bourbon channel.
Yeah, there you go. We're digging in here at a 138.7 proof. A little bit about this bottle here. Aged, blended, and bottled by Mammoth Distilling. I think this is MGP. Again, This is a bottle that was gifted to us by Wendell Wilson himself.
I will say that I like that it's an oversized hip flask.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to wear a really healthy belt to keep that up. And aged for 15 years.
Holy smokes.
That's the crazy thing about this. So you expect it to be super oaky, but we're really far north in Michigan here with the aging. And apparently because the weather is so cold for so much of the year, it's not going to impact it all that much. And I will say, this is the oldest whiskey of the bunch, the highest proof of the bunch, and you can see here, it's the lightest in color. Let's go to the nose, and then we'll get a fun fact.
Oh, good. I thought, for some reason, I thought we were done with fun facts already.
Oh no, we've definitely got one more, and it better be a good one.
Ooh, I like the nose on this one.
Oh, that smells amazing.
This is really sweet, which is why I like it.
Extra sweet, yeah. I'm not getting the citrus on this one. It's much more subdued.
No, this one could be mistaken for a bourbon on the nose.
Yeah. Or a light whiskey at the very least. There's vanilla here.
The other ones did have a lemony tea note to it. This one is like caramel and sugar.
Totally
Lots
agree.
of sugar.
Yeah, a little light brown sugar there.
Yeah.
All right, fun fact number 3. Here we go. Wendell once participated in a cross-country car race from Connecticut to California.
That sounds like fun.
I think I would believe that too about Wendell with Don DeLuise.
Oh.
That's the film synopsis for Cannonball Run. Jimmy. This was, I mean, second chance.
We're just plagiarizing movies at this point.
Three strikes.
Oh.
Let's drink this whiskey.
I mean,
I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed by the fun facts that I need the whiskey to bring me back up.
Oh, there's like apple in there. Wow.
Ooh,
apple and watermelon.
Those flavors keep coming. And the oak is really nice. It's oak forward, but not intense.
This is a rye, huh? It doesn't taste like a rye. It tastes like bubble gum. It tastes like apple and watermelon.
Artificial apple. Ooh, the smell on this is a lot of leather. There's a fruitiness there.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting like all watermelon. There's a hint of leather. I actually don't think the finish is super long, but
the finish goes to the cereal grain.
But I was gonna say, but it's a nice finish. Like it's not like a sticky finish or anything like that. Like
that's where the citrus shows up.
It's just a subtle, yeah, it's like a subtle, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's where all the rye flavor hits.
That's where you get that yuzu, that Japanese citrus. Oh man, that's very unique, and it does coat nice, but it's not an intense flavor profile. It's really well subdued. I don't know if that's just where it's aged or the length of time that it's aged for, but that is,
if this was
that's dynamite.
It's not super grainy like glass number 2. There's not a ton of lemon and tea and spices like glass number 1.
I think that stuff shows up on the finish more and more. I don't get 138 proof out of that. I would have guessed maybe 125 or something like that.
And it's got a nice subtle oak presence. A lot of times with some of these agier, if that's what you could say, but agier bottles, it just gets overpowered, and this is really nice. It's like really very flavorful.
Yep, flavorful without being overly intense.
Yeah.
I think that's the story of this bottle.
I feel a little bit passionate about this bottle because I'm not a proponent of super aged whiskeys at all.
Not usually. Yeah. This is really a standout bottle. And a standout maybe barrel. We don't know anything about this brand, so it could be this barrel is just that good.
The only thing that I can say about this one is there is just a hint of bitterness on it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's the aged oak. Yeah.
But there's vanilla and caramel. Every time I raise the glass, I get vanilla and caramel on the nose now. Just a lot of pleasant things happening in this particular glass. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick a favorite because these are very, very different. We're really here to celebrate Wendell and to celebrate Michigan Rye.
Yeah. Oh man, if you were gonna do a flight of Michigan Ryes, and I apologize, I don't know how many there could be out there, but these 3 selections are so incredibly different that you'd really run the gamut here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that there are some other really good distilleries in Michigan, talking about Journeyman, talking about Ironfish, and a lot that we would love to come up and visit, especially Ironfish. You can camp there, is my understanding. I think it's a harvest host, so we need to get over there.
Yeah.
They also have a whiskey that's finished in maple syrup barrels that I really want. But today it is about
Michigan
and the murder mitten monstrosities. And we've got a sign off. My understanding here from Jimmy is that he wrote a little sign off. Where is it on the next page? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, let me just say before we show you what Jimmy had to say, in all honesty, thank you so much, Wendell. It is your generosity and continued support of this channel that
Keeps us going.
And brings you fantastic content like you've seen here today. Well, he's written it in a way that you kind of have to see it to know what he's doing here. But he says, "Dear Wendell, may I live in your garage?" With a checkbox for yes and a checkbox for no.
Are you sure Jimmy's not you?
He signed it, "Love Jimmy," with a heart over the eye.
Oh, that's cute. Over the eye? Oh, it's like we're in 5th grade.
Well, there you have it. The weirdest video from the weirdest intern from probably the weirdest whiskey channel. And I'm glad that we got to taste these whiskeys either way. And thanks again to Wendell Wilson. Thanks to the rest of you for watching whatever this was from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 7,500.
Jimmy, you're fired again.